Well, it's Saturday. Once again, we're about 10 days into what we call the new normal. I think it was that at that time, Paul, we're looking at changing everything, and it seems like every morning we wake up and things have changed again.
I mean, 10 days, it feels like a month. I can't believe it was just a week ago on Saturday we were recording a service for the next week.
I a little surprised. I knock on your door and you instantly want to sanitize me before I come into your house. So.
Yeah, we're just going to keep it right here,
right.
And we'll use it. My wife says, hey, stop using the hand sanitizer, go wash your hands. This is a crazy story, and I won't spend too long. I'm at Walmart yesterday, first thing in the morning. We go there, get some groceries. We're going to probably stay in place this week, and in the soap aisle, there's 15 bottles of hand sanitizer. Can you believe that? 15. This is yesterday morning at Walmart, right here up on 119. And my first thought was grab all 15. And then I was like, no, don't do that. So we grabbed a couple of them, and it's been nice to have them. And we actually gave one of them out yesterday to somebody that was out and had some needs. So
but if you would have got all 15, you would have been in trouble with a lot of people. So
I would not have been on today's video saying that if I got all 15.
Well, we've been doing videos and emails and phone calls and texting, a lot of these things, and I think probably the biggest thing that I feel after just 10 days is how much I miss our people, just seeing our people.
Yeah, I miss my small group. I miss seeing people on Sunday. It's just different.
Yeah, I don't think either one of us want to be a television preacher or musician.
No.
It's the contact with our people is really the beauty of the church, and we're being tested right now. It's not like it's a persecution in the sense of years past, but it is a great test and a great challenge to be able to keep people encouraged, help them to keep growing, to be praying for one another, and make sure that things aren't slipping through the cracks.
Yeah, and I would say the next thing for me I'm looking forward to is Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I would say Sunday morning is still a big deal to me. It's I put as much intentionality into Sunday morning now as I did before.
Right.
And I would say the routine, if I can just, maybe give a little encouragement to our people, I would say make Sundays intentional just like you did before. Get up, have a good breakfast, plan on a time to have worship. I think the easy thing can be is, I'll get around to it when I get around to it, or I'll watch my phone and while I'm doing other things. And especially if you're a family, I would say use this time as a special time to gather together and pick a time and have a great Sunday morning worship and do it intentionally.
Yes, and we're looking forward to this Sunday being able to open up God's Word to share in the worship and music. And Paul, you had the team together this week and looking forward to hearing some great music.
Yeah, we just before a lot of things shut down earlier this week, the music team got together. It was under 10, so we're good there. And we had our music team practice. Some of you saw we Facebook Lived some of the practice. But they'll be part of the worship experience on Sunday, and we'll have a couple songs, and I think it'll be a real encouragement.
Well, we actually had more people joining us than we would normally over at the Music Center. So
yeah, I think the YouTube last Sunday
right.
We had 250 views of the worship service, and if you know Valley, it's not 250 yet, so it's under that. So it was a enjoyable thing.
And I think a lot of people shared that with others. They sent it to them. This Sunday we'll be back into the Sermon on the Mount, and I feel like the topic is on prayer, which is probably the heart cry of all of us right now, is asking God questions, pleading with God for answers. And it's a great, great subject. And Jesus addresses this right there in the middle of chapter 6. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you tomorrow.
And speaking of prayer, I think one of the things that we want to make sure we say, and maybe we'll say this at the end just as a reaffirmation of it, but that is something we want to stay connected with our people. On Sunday mornings, we usually had that time of prayer, and it was kind of a family update. So if there is things that we could pray about or pray with you about, let us know. We want to let our community know, and that'll actually be part of the service too, a time of intentional prayer.
And the elders, we met this last week. We meet every Wednesday for prayer, praying for the people. So we do it by Zoom now. And we're going to have a Zoom call this week for all of you. And this is something new, so we'll kind of work through some of the bugs. But this last week, I did a Valley midweek, which was just a short video of encouragement. But we talked about this, Paul, about the possibility of doing a Zoom call where everyone that wants to can just click on their phone or click on their computer and join us. We'll take some time to share blessings among our flock, our church people, and a short challenge, take some prayer requests, and have a time of prayer. But it'll be a great way for us to see everyone. If you want to be seen, you can also not do the video part of it, but I think that'll be an encouragement. So that's going to be Wednesday at 7 p.m. We will send you a link, and Paul's going to help troubleshoot because they don't depend on me for any of the technology, but we'll work through that. I'm looking forward to that time. It's not as good as a regular small group or regular Sunday, but it'll be probably as close as we can get to that.
And I would say the two important things you can do to help be part of that, if you're not part of the Monday Memo, get signed up for the Monday Memo. You can text us, you can email us, because that's the way we're going to communicate out through Constant Contact email to give you the links for all of this. So that's, I think really important. And then the second thing I think that you can do, our Valley Facebook, our YouTube page, make sure that you subscribe to those. So you can just follow our Valley Facebook page and you'll get lots of updates there. And then YouTube, if you're watching this right now on YouTube, you can click on the link and every time a new video comes out, you'll be subscribed.
Right, and you can share it with others. And I think that you may know people that this would be an encouragement to be able to watch or to join in on some of these things. So you can do that as well. Then on Monday, I'll probably have a short video that we'll put out on the verse of the week and give a challenge, a little bit of explanation of what it means. So we'll keep up with that in that way.
Jill was telling me this morning, I don't share everything she says, but she was saying this morning she was going back through all of her verses of the week. And so this week is actually built on the week before, and next week will be built on that. But she actually was saying she went through and she still has every one of them memorized from the first week. And I don't know if you're doing that too, but going back and memorizing or reviewing the ones from the weeks before. But it's a real encouragement.
Yeah, and I'll talk about this a little bit more on Monday, but I think that it's easy to get discouraged because most of us will say, I don't have a great memory and I'm behind. And the thing is, if you just don't quit. If you just don't quit, eventually these will become more familiar. You'll be able to recall them, to be able to use them in a time of need. And so I just challenge you to keep up with the verse of the week, even if you feel like you're not great with your memory. In time, these are going to be an incredible resource for you, a rich resource.
So, and the last thing is stay in touch.
Yes.
Stay connected with your small group. Stay in touch with us. Stay in touch with each other.
Yeah, and I think that for Paul and I, the phone, texting us, calling us, emailing us, any of these things, we want to know how you're doing. If you have a need, if there's a particular prayer request, particularly for those that are more vulnerable with their health. And I think with the elderly and that sort of thing, if you're aware of something that you think we might not be aware of, please let us know.
Yeah, I mean, someone just yesterday sent me a poem. One of our Valley members sent me a poem and just nice thought for the day. So even if it's just a word of encouragement to one another or to us, we enjoy that.
And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, and click on the link that you'll get in the email later today, and you can join us.
See you then.
See ya.